Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another replay cast. Today we're looking at a game in a T69, the tier 8 American medium tank, playing a tier 8 game on Monastery. So I've done a review on this, but in short, this tank is as good, pretty much as much heat ammo you carry in it, and I only carry 4, so I still need to work for my damage. Playing this with full heat is like Bullet Tank's easy mode, but with AP you actually are forced to aim. In this matchmaking maybe not so much, but still you are kind of forced to place your shots properly or you're gonna pay for it. But yeah, tier 8 game, not that bad for me. Monastery also isn't the worst map you could ever get, and the enemy team don't really have any tier 8s that I couldn't really deal with frontally, apart from the Yak Tiger, maybe the T28, unless I can flank those. But in general, obviously, I cannot complain. So, for those of you who haven't seen the review, this thing gets 4-shot auto-loader. Each shot has 240 average damage, and the penetration, this is slightly above 170. It's actually worse pen than on the T71, just showcasing how much better the T71 is than, and the Bulldog is than most other tier 7 medium tanks. And here, going to the middle and trying to get my first clip off in whoever wants to receive some damage, and it seems to be this Oni. So, pretty easy target here. Huge side, and all of it is made out of paper, and that is a really bad Oni play. But yeah, we do manage to do almost 1000 damage to that guy and don't take anything in return. So, pretty decent outcome at the start with the first clip for us here. What's a bit worrying is that we don't have a lot of backup, so once the enemies arrive on this flank, we might be in trouble. The good news is that this tank can deal with most tanks in the enemy team quite effectively, and sadly I will not get this shot on the Oni, so I won't be able to get the kill. But a lot of tanks spotted on the 9 line, so we are going to peek on this side and see if we can spot anything worth fighting at the moment. The most important thing probably when playing T69 is pick your fights properly, and for instance ELC isn't really the kind of fight you want to run away from, and we are going to go and shoot that guy in the house unless there is people here watching me and trying to shoot me, but we should be fine here and should be pretty easy to get these shots on the ELC. Missed the first one, but I could have afforded to miss one more, but I don't, so whatever. We still go for a reload, so it didn't really matter. If I missed my first shot, I would have aimed the other two way more than I did there, but it was not necessary. So now going for another reload, and the game looks pretty decent at the moment, 4-3, and the enemies are pushing really heavily into the 8-9 line, and if they do and are already as stupid as they are at the moment and will not relocate, then we'll probably be in quite a disadvantage rather quickly, so we need to deal with what they have camping in the base. And here really trying to not get spotted and doing exactly the opposite, and sadly it is going to cost me probably some life as well, and sadly it is a big hit from the Stora Mill most likely, or maybe the Borsig. But the Borsig was spotted on the other side, so it's quite unlikely. Tiger 1 wakes up and starts moving, and this could backfire on me really badly. If I get shot by that Stora Mill again, this could really be really bad. And guess what happens? Fucking invisible Stora Mill tracks me and pens me again. And that's a really bad start to this game. We lose a lot of our health without really doing a lot of damage. So now there is no more taking hits in this game, and I need to be careful and don't get and I can't really afford to get spotted anymore either. You can see the Stora Mill is putting in some really good work there with his big gun. There's not really much I can do about it anymore either, as I'm a clear one shot and the prototype is also looking this way. But we finally spot him. I could go to shoot him now, but it seems that this light tank is gonna go full retard here, so we are probably just gonna shoot that instead. And that is exactly what we end up doing. So I hit 2 and finish him off from 1 hit point as well. We need to go for another reload, and sadly there already kills our Black Prince. So quite outnumbered here. T37 is pushing now, which probably isn't all that great with the T28 and the Tiger P behind him. But we'll see. The T71 might surprise the Tiger P as well. I'm close to being loaded once again, so we'll just look for targets here. And there's the T28 prototype that we actually might pick up here, and that would be a huge gain for us, as it was really one of the 2 tanks we couldn't pen frontally, and we get his side instead. So really good gain for me there to kill that guy without really taking any damage from him, as I cannot really afford that anymore. And we also made him kinda mad, so that's always nice. And now the Stora Mill is still here. The IS-6 is peeking up, so that should not be that much of a problem for us to deal with that. But the IS-6 is not as bright as sunshine on this planet, so we might be in trouble here. The IS-6 should really just ham forwards and kill people. I'm gonna stay here because it's likely that the Stura Mill is gonna try some silly flanking, and I could deal with that rather easily. Just taking my position, maybe I can get a better shot on him. And I kind of need to go back as well, so as I said, Artie was failed to relocate. They still got one kill because Artie is fair and balanced, but it's still unfortunate for us that the Yak is there and nobody will be able to really fight him now. And the Chaffee seems to not really pay attention either. Now the S51 shot, I shoot once, I do pen him, but I do not... I can't really find the kill here. Now the Stura Mill gets spotted. Pretty decent timing for me, as this could have been the end of my game if I shot the Tiger or tried to shoot the Artie blind and get spotted for it. That probably would have been it. And now going back to the reset the Yak Tiger, and now I could try to kill him with AP. It's unlikely that he would be looking my way. If he's a decent player, he would be looking my way. So I'm going to switch to heat, and I'm going to make sure that we don't lose this game because I don't load heat ammo. And as shitty as it feels, but there's nothing really you can do with 170 pen to a Yak Tiger frontally, especially when he's capping and when you're on the timer. So just loading heat here, already preparing to face the Yak Tiger 88. And now if our IS-6, instead of being an idiot and sitting in the cap circle, if he actually went for push into the enemy Artie, we would probably win this game. But sadly, he's an idiot and he's trying to cap while there's a Tiger 1 spotting him and 2 Arties still in the game. So our chances to win this game are rather low. Our IS-6's chances to survive longer than 2 minutes are rather low, let's put it that way. And our chances to win the game because of that are also not the greatest. And here's the Yak Tiger. As I said, it's likely that he's going to be a side shot. I think the Chaffee kind of helped me out here, making it a side shot. He probably otherwise would have been looking at me. But we do kill him, and we will be going back soon enough. Now I really need to pick up my next line of play. While the IS-6 is alive, I could go where the Chaffee is, go from behind, but the IS-6 dies, so that is not a good idea. It depends on how much health does the Tiger have, on how much I can do from it. I could go to the middle and see if I can spot the Tiger or spot the Artie. Whichever one will happen first is fine with me, really. The thing about this is, though, I can't really face the Tiger 1 and the Arties at the same time. I either need to kill the Artie first or need to kill the Tiger 1 first. I cannot... If they just stick together, they can't really lose this game. Unless both Arties miss me, because Artie is terrible game design. But at this moment, my main priority here is not to get trapped by the Tiger. So I'm gonna go up and see if I can spot him at any kind of range and maybe deal with him first. But really what I'm looking for is just to get some information on where did he go. So picking in these bushes now, and the Chaffee does the information, well, he gets the information for me, but I'll try to spot the Artie from here. It's super unlikely it's gonna happen, and the Chaffee is probably going to die. If the Tiger was any good, after killing the Chaffee, he would turn around and go back to the Artie. We know that he's not very good at this game, but it still doesn't reduce the chances that he would still turn around and try to go for me. I guess the thing about World of Tanks, you can never predict what bad players are going to do, and this is exactly the kind of situation where I need him to go forwards, need him to go for the Chaffee, but he killed the Chaffee so quickly that it doesn't really matter. I need to kill their Artie before they can get back together. The reel on this gun is around 24 seconds or so, so most important thing for me is now to isolate the Artie and the Tiger 1 from each other. Now I should be able to kill this rather easily. I probably will get spotted for it, but as the other Artie is likely to be just behind that hill, he should not be able to shoot me. It's a bit unfortunate to get spotted now, as it is going to mean that the Tiger 1 could turn around and go for me, but at the same time he might have already left too far to even be bothered to turn around. And now just looking for the second Artie. He could be anywhere, and it's pretty much comes down to the usual Artie dice roll if I'm going to be able to win this game or not. I can't really take even a splash damage. If the Tiger 1 shoots me and I I'm not able to answer immediately, then I'm gonna get fucked by the Tiger alone. And if the Artie splashes me and I become a one-shot for the Tiger one, it's quite unlikely that I'll be able to win this game as well. And here is the Artie. We do spot him, and pretty shitty shot, and we missed the first one. Go out a bit more to get the better shot than he misses, so we should be fine now. We still have to reload and cover as we don't know where the Tiger 1 left. He could, if he's coming back and I give him free damage now while I'm loading, it's completely obvious that my chances to win this game are gonna be below 20%, but as he's capping, we shouldn't have any troubles locating him and killing him now. The approach I have to take with the 1 minute on the cap is quite straightforward. I could either go through the middle of the Abbey, which is probably the worst way to do this, or I can go on the 6-7 line, which is the better way, and that's exactly what I'm going to be doing. My best chances to win this game is if he doesn't spot me and I don't spot him until I actually climb the hill by our cap circle, because at range this gun is not very effective, and at range the Tiger 1 is just gonna shit on me, so I just need to close the distance and go for the easy shots in his face. The only thing that really could fuck me up if he doesn't spot me here, he could obviously ammo rack me or track me in a terrible angle, but I should be able to prevent that from happening. So 45 seconds left on the timer and we are more than fine. I just need to pick the ramp to climb on. I need to pick our guess where he might not be looking, and I'm just gonna go for the flat middle. There's nothing really to say here, it's just pretty much taking a chance. I could have gone on the right side, but I don't think I had enough time to go around the left side. But he's not looking this way, and this should be as easy as it goes. Can't really fuck up shots like this on the Tiger 1, and he doesn't even fire, and the game is over. So that was it. And here's the end plate. Ace Tanker, 4,951 damage done. Redley Walters, Defender, High Caliber, and Top Gun. Quite the game to showcase what the potential this tank can have when it can pen everything it's shooting at when the enemies are not all that good at the game. Pretty unfortunate beginning in this game, taking that 977 damage from the Storer Mill. That was quite unfortunate. The second shot especially, maybe I got a bit too greedy there. But still, without taking any damage from that point on, I managed to do quite a bit of damage over what I had already. So yeah, T69, pretty damn powerful whenever you can pen whatever you're shooting at, and get so much more better if you just load heat and press 2 twice to win. But yeah, thanks a lot for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this replay cast, and I'll see you on the next one.